Senator De Leon, you have additional item SB 1407. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, as well as Madam Vice Chair. This will be the last bill here, and I thank you for the opportunity to present SB 1407, which addresses the dangers posed by self-assembled firearms known as quote-unquote ghost guns in California. This measure simply holds those assembling personal guns to the same standard, let me underscore, the same standard as all other gun owners by requiring a background check as well as a serial number. As reported by the SAC-B last year in December, hundreds of these guns have been seized right here in Northern California by federal agents in undercover operations. This bill takes a modest approach to address these new threats to our public safety. The Department of Justice currently has a system in place to issue serial numbers for firearms. This measure builds off that current system. Although there are moderate startup and ongoing costs, free revenues will help offset this important investment to our public safety. With that, Mr. Chair, as well as Madam Vice Chair, I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Senator. Appreciate your brevity. Witnesses in support.
Amanda Wilcox again on behalf of the 27 chapters for the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence, 27 California chapters. We are in strong support of background checks and records for every gun sale in California. And as I'm sure you realize that the 3D printed guns and partial receiver problem to avoid background checks and records, we view as a significant problem associated with many crime guns in California. As I stated before, there is a cost to gun violence, and I urge your support of this measure.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in support.
Sylvia Solisha on behalf of Los Angeles City Attorney Mike Fuhrer in strong support.
Jody Hicks with the California Academy of Family Physicians in support.
Witnesses in opposition, please come forward.
I guess you guys should step in the front. You guys know you come back up.
Mr. Chairman and members, Sam Paredes representing gun owners of California. Again, the staff did obviously a very studied job and effort in trying to estimate how many of these receivers there are, unserialized numbered guns. And we want to thank the author for coining the term ghost guns in legislative language and in testimony. I've been involved for 36 years and I've never heard that term. I used to manufacture semi-automatic rifles and it was, well, so thank you for another phrase like the political term assault weapons. The number of 30,000 might be an estimate of how many of these types of receivers have been sold in Sacramento County alone. Some might say that even in Sacramento City, the number is far greater throughout the state of California. So the analysis points out that the startup costs and the fees are not going to be able to sustain this program, and that is a fact. And now this number, the number of these pieces of metal or plastic out there far exceeds the estimates that the Department of Justice or the committee staff did. So we're in opposition to this bill. We think it's unworkable and will cost millions of dollars to implement.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in opposition.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Craig DeLuz with Firearms Policy Coalition. I think it's important to note that the aspect in terms of requiring a serial number does not just cover home manufacture, but the bill specifically states any firearm that does not have a serial number, they will be required to get a serial number for, unless it is a curio or relic or an antique or listed amongst the other exemptions. This opens the door, once again, potentially to millions of potential firearms that are going to need to get serialized. It means that people are going to need to apply to the Department of Justice. They're going to have to wait in order to get that. I just don't believe that the infrastructure that the Department of Justice currently has, nor the budget, nor the amount that's listed here in this bill will be sufficient to cover the number of requests that are going to need to take place. Additionally, there's going to be a number of cases where this bill provides absolutely no provision for education, meaning how are people going to know if I have an unserialized firearm? How am I supposed to know that now I'm supposed to go and get a serial number and how that process is going to go? If you're going to create a new crime, you might want to let people know that that while they were law-abiding yesterday, tomorrow they're now breaking the law. Without providing the public that sort of information is criminal unto itself. It is for these reasons that we oppose this measure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman and members of the committee, for the record, Dan Reed with the National Rifle Association. This would effectively nullify the longstanding and constitutionally protected activity of building one's own firearm. As was articulated previously, there is no public awareness here. I mean, just overnight, thousands and thousands of people could become criminals. And so that needs to be definitely considered in this. Also, no hobbyist is going to be able to go in there. I mean, in order to serialize a gun, I mean, there's rigorous regulations that go into it. It's not something that you just go pick up at a hobby shop. And so this is really a drastic measure, and for that, we're in opposition.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in opposition.
Roy Griffith on behalf of the California Rifle and Pistol Association, for all the reasons stated, strong opposition.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in opposition. Finance. Comments or questions from committee?
Move it to suspend.
Senator Bates, Senator Bates moves to move to suspense. Senator DeLeon, would you like to close?
In terms of brevity, Mr. Chair, as Madam Vice Chair, respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you. Senator Bates is asking for an aye vote on the motion to move to suspense. Chairman is asking for a no vote. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
No.
Laura, no. Bates? Bates, aye. Bell? Bell, no. Hill? Hill, no. McGuire? McGuire, no. Mendoza? Mendoza, no. Nielsen?
Aye.
Nielsen, aye.
Motion fails. At this point, we'll entertain a motion to pass as amended. Oh, sorry, I apologize. I said straight to pass. Is there a motion? Senator Bell makes a motion to do pass to the floor. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
Aye.
Laura, aye. Bates?
No.
Bates, no. Bell? Bell, aye. Hill? Hill, aye. McGuire? McGuire, aye. Mendoza? Nielsen?
No.
Nielsen, no.
Thank you, Senator Dillon. We'll keep that item open to allow our absent member to add on. Next, we have AB 857, Assemblymember Cooper. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. AB 857 will improve the safety of the public by proactively addressing the issue of ghost guns. The costs are minor compared to the human cost if we can act and rein in these ghost guns right now. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Witnesses in support.
Amanda Wilcox on behalf of the 27 California chapters of the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence in support. I won't repeat myself beyond making the key point that we want background checks and records for every gun in California. Thank you.
Witnesses and additional witnesses in support.
Jody Hicks with the California Academy of Family Physicians in support.
Mr. Chair, members, Sean Ronald with the California Peace Officers Association in support.
Witnesses in opposition, please come forward.
Mr. Chairman and members, Sam Paredes representing Gun Owners of California. For all of the reasons stated previously, we are in strong opposition to this bill, so ditto.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Craig DeLuz with the Firearms Policy Coalition, also in opposition.
Mr. Chairman and members of the committee, Dan Reed with the National Rifle Association, we're in strong opposition.
Roy Griffith on behalf of California Rifle and Pistol Association, strong opposition.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in opposition. Finance. Comments or questions from committee? Senator Nielsen.
Chairman, I would move to suspense.
Members, Senator Cooper, would you like to close?
Respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Senator Nielsen is asking that entertain a motion to suspense. Chairman is recommending a no vote. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
No.
Laura, no. Bates? Bates, aye. Bell? Bell, no. Hill? Hill, no. McGuire? McGuire, no. Mendoza? Nielsen? Nielsen, aye.
Thank you. That motion fails. I will now entertain a motion. This is a due pass to the Senate floor. So moved. There's a motion by Senator Hill. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
Aye.
Laura, aye. Bates? Bates, no. Bell? Bell, aye. Hill? Hill, aye. McGuire? McGuire, aye. Mendoza? Nielsen? Nielsen, no.
Thank you. Chairman Cooper, we're going to keep that item open to allow our absent member to add on. You also have AB 1176. Please go ahead.
Thank you. AB 1176 will make it a felony to steal a firearm of any monetary value. AB 1176 requires the issue to be put on the November 2016 ballot and will have a one-time statewide ballot cost between $400,000 and $500,000. In the event the voters choose to make this a law, there will be some increases in incarceration costs to state prisons and county jail, as well as a DOJ administrative cost. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Witnesses in support.
John Lovell on behalf of the Association for Los Angeles County Deputy Sheriffs, California Association of Code Enforcement Officers, California College and University Police Chiefs Association, California Narcotic Officers Association, Los Angeles County Professional Peace Officers Association, LA Police Protective League, and Riverside Sheriffs Association, all in support, all in alphabetical order.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Amanda Wilcox, on behalf of the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence, also on behalf of the Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence, also in alphabetical order, in support.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in support. Witnesses in opposition. Oh, support? I'm sorry, I couldn't see you. Go ahead.
Chair members, Corey Salzillo here on behalf of the California State Sheriff's Association in support.
Sean Rundle with the California Peace Officers Association in support.
Roy Griffith on behalf of California Rifle Pistol Association in support, and thank God, one of 10 bills going after criminals, not legal gun owners. Thank you.
Dan Reed with the National Rifle Association in support.
Thank you. Additional witnesses, witnesses in opposition. Seeing none, Finance is not here. Comments or questions from committee?
Move it to suspense.
There is a motion by our Vice Chairwoman to move it to suspense. Senator Cooper, would you like to close?
Respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Chairman is asking for a no vote on this motion. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
No.
Laura, no. Bates? Aye. Bates, aye. Bell? Bell, no. Hill? Hill, no. McGuire? McGuire, no. Mendoza? Nielsen? Nielsen, aye.
Motion fails. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to pass to the Assembly floor by Senator McGuire. Senator McGuire, Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
Aye.
Laura, aye. Bates? Aye. Bates, aye. Bell? Bell, aye. Hill? Hill, aye. McGuire? McGuire, aye. Mendoza? Nielsen? Nielsen, aye.
So, Senator Cooper, we're going to keep that item open until our absent member to add on. Thank you. Next, we're going to move to Senator Glazer, who's going to be presenting for Senator Hall's SB 880.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Senator Hall and I are joint authors of SB 880. First, I'd like to begin by accepting the technical amendments noted on page 5 of the analysis as the author's amendments. SB 880 closes the bullet button loophole in California's assault weapon ban. It redefines assault weapons to include military-style semi-automatic firearms that do not have a fixed ammunition magazine. The bill requires these weapons to be registered with the Department of Justice and prohibits the future sale, purchase, or possession of such weapons. The current assault weapons registration system will be transformed into a system capable of handling the new registrations. Costs associated with this transformation will be fully offset by the $15 fee authorized in this bill. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you. Witnesses in support.
Amanda Wilcox on behalf of the 27 chapters of the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence and also on behalf of the Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence. We are in support of this measure. The key issue, of course, is combining military-style features with an exchangeable magazine that allows for control of the gun with rapid reload and maintaining continuous fire, which, as we know, is very lethal in mass shootings.
We've already heard this.
Regarding the point in the analysis that there may be a drop in firearm sales or long gun sales in California, I have a hard time believing that, and I believe gun owners will simply switch to buying featureless long guns with exchangeable magazines, which would still be allowed under this law. We are in support.
Thank you. Again, let's stick to the fiscal aspects of the bill. I'm going to start cutting people off. We've already had policy hearings on each of these issues. Go ahead. Witnesses in support.
Tim Madden, representing the California chapter of the American College of Emergency Physicians, in support.
Jody Hicks with the California Academy of Family Physicians in support.
Christy Foy on behalf of the City of Long Beach in strong support. Thank you.
Stuart Thompson on behalf of the California Medical Association in support.
Sylvia Solis on behalf of the City of Los Angeles and on behalf of Los Angeles City Attorney Mike Fuhrer in strong support.
Lydia Bourne representing California Division American Academy of Pediatrics in support.
Randall Hager representing the California Psychiatric Association in support.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in support. Witnesses in opposition.
John Lovell on behalf of the Association for Los Angeles County Deputy Sheriffs, LA Police Protective League, LA County Professional Peace Officers, and the Riverside Sheriff's Association. Again, our issue is that the scope of this ought not apply to active and honorably retired peace officers. If that issue is addressed, we're fine. Otherwise, we have issues.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman and members, Sam Perez representing Gun Owners of California and sticking to the fiscal aspects of this bill. Again, staff did a job of trying to guess as to what the percentage of sales is for California that generate the revenue to fund this program and sales tax and all of those other things. And a 10% drop in the annual rifle sales in California is grossly understated when you factor in that probably, well, over half of all of the guns that are being purchased in the state of California now are firearms that are defined in this bill. So that number is grossly understated. For that and all of the other reasons, we are in strong opposition to this bill.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Craig DeLuz with Firearms Policy Coalition, echoing the comments of my colleague, we definitely believe these are, once again, the most commonly owned firearms in the country. So to say that it's only going to reduce firearm sales by 10%, it once again is grossly understating the loss to the industry. We oppose this measure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning, Kathy Lynch, representing the National Shooting Sports Foundation, Outdoor Sportsmen's Coalition, California Sportsmen's Lobby, Sprite Club International. I'm representing the manufacturers here. I can honestly tell you that this is going to have a devastating impact on businesses, retailers, sporting goods stores, sportsmen in California. These are most popular sporting rifles. We call it the bullet button here, but it's really an ammunition feeding device is all that it is. It's technical. It's a technical term, and you're going to destroy all these very valuable firearms, and you are also impacting many citizens who can't afford to go out and buy new firearms because of a stroke of a pen here. So I urge you to consider this. There will be big financial impacts on sales. And again, I mentioned the Pittman-Robertson money earlier. Again, you're also impacting the Fish and Wildlife and the resource budget as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in opposition.
Asha Harris on behalf of the California State Sheriff's Association in respectful opposition.
Roy Griffith on behalf of California Rifle and Pistol Association, oppose.
Dan Reed with National Rifle Association in strong opposition.
Thank you. Finance, not here. Comments or questions from committee? Senator Nielsen.
Chairman, I believe this will have fiscal impact in excess of our threshold. I will move it to suspense. And in addition, it's come to my attention there have been amendments within the last 15 minutes. Is that correct? Oh, prior to the hearing. Is that correct? Do we have hard copies of those amendments? Have they been distributed to the committee?
Give us 1 second.
Well, frankly, there's no need to even just distribute them to me. That's unconscionable. This is a very important bill affecting a lot of people in the state of California. The moment of the vote, we get a committee amendment. It may be substantial, it may not be, but that's not the way to do business. That is not the way to conduct the people's business. That's not the way to make an amendment. I object to that. My motion to remain on suspense stands. This is but another argument to leave it on suspense, so somebody can know what we're voting on.
Senator Nielsen, it's my understanding that the amendments were noted in the analysis since Friday. So just to make sure we clarify that as well. So there's a motion by Senator Nielsen to move to suspense. Chairman recommends a no vote. Senator Glazer, would you like to close?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I would note that the committee analysis does contain those technical amendments, and it's been out for many days. Secondly, the costs as identified in the analysis are modest and certainly acceptable, and I'd ask for an aye vote.
Our staff disputes that contention.
Thank you. Secretary, so again, Chairman is asking for a no vote on the motion to move to suspense. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
No.
Laura, no. Bates? Bates, aye. Bell? Bell, no. Hill? Hill, no. McGuire? McGuire, no. Mendoza? Nielsen? Nielsen, aye.
That motion fails. At this time, I'll entertain a motion for due pass as amended to the Senate floor. Thank you. Senator McGuire makes the motion. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
Aye.
Laura, aye. Bates? Bates, no. Bell? Bell, aye. Hill? Hill, aye. McGuire? McGuire, aye. Mendoza? Nielsen? Nielsen, no.
Thank you, Senator Glazer. We're going to hold this bill until we get our last member to vote for it. Next, we have Senator Levine, AB 1135.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. I want to thank the chair for taking up these bills today as a special order of business. Your attention to this issue recognizes how critical it is for us to pass legislation that will help us get dangerous guns off our streets. AB 1135 closes a dangerous gap in California's assault weapons ban. Specifically, the bill amends the definition of an assault weapon to include weapons equipped with a bullet button that allow for easily changeable magazines. The bill also has a grandfather provision that allows current lawful owners of assault weapons enabled with bullet buttons to maintain their firearms. Costs of this bill are offset by fees collected, and cost savings should be substantial for harm to people.
Thank you. Witnesses in support.
Amanda Wilcox on behalf of the California chapters of the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence, also on behalf of the Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence. As stated earlier, I do not believe we are going to see a negative effect on gun sales. Gun sales have continually increased every year in California in recent years, and I believe gun buyers have switched to long guns that are featureless with exchangeable magazines.
Thank you.
We're in support.
Additional witnesses in support. Witnesses in opposition, please come forward.
John Lovell on behalf of the LA County Association for LA County Deputy Sheriffs, Los Angeles Police Protective League, Riverside Sheriff's Association, and the LA County Professional Peace Officers Association. Same issue we've raised before. We believe the bill needs to exempt active and honorably retired peace officers. If that is in fact in the bill, then we're going to be fine. If it's not, we're going to have issues.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in opposition.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Craig DeLuz with the Firearms Policy Coalition. So far, we have yet to kind of comment on the overall process. The fact is that none of these analyses for any of the measures that have been heard today were made available to the public until they were in print and you showed up here in order to get it. We're fast-tracked. These measures are being fast-tracked in an effort to subvert the opportunity for the people to weigh in on this very controversial issue. We believe that this, not just to pass it through the process, but to fast-track it in an effort to subvert the voice and the will of the people, we believe is unconscionable and represents of our democratic process. Testing, okay. We believe that to fast-track these measures represents a serious undermining of the democratic process, of the opportunity for the people to have their voices heard. It's for these reasons that we oppose this measure.
Mr. Chairman and members, we oppose strongly this measure. For the reasons stated in the previous bills that have to do with in essence banning semi-automatic guns, because that is exactly, there's going to be a huge fiscal impact when these guns can no longer be sold in the state of California to a growing population who has chosen with their buying power that these are the firearms that they most want to buy. They are the single largest growing segment of firearms that are being purchased. That means sales tax, that means jobs, that means the resources that law enforcement uses to pay for background checks and all of this stuff. And by having a date certain when these guns can no longer be sold in the state of California, the fiscal impact of this bill is incalculable.
Kathy Lynch, representing the National Shooting Sports Foundation, Outdoor Sportsmen's Coalition, California Sportsmen's Lobby, Safari Club International. We're in strong opposition. I made some policy comments a few moments ago and fiscal comments. I would just like to also indicate that on behalf of the manufacturers in particular, you're taking amendments here that we haven't seen, nobody's discussed with us. We're talking about shipments. Oh, okay.
Let her finish.
I would appreciate the opportunity to testify. Like on the shipping costs and those kind of things, the manufacturers technically have to be able to work with this. So I would encourage that we do slow down so that you can at least have a conversation about this. I too have concerns with the process here. On one hand, we're hearing we want to reduce the fiscal impact because we don't want these issues to go to the ballot, yet Mr. Cooper's bill, we want to put it on the ballot. We've been talking about reducing penalties and not to have so many felons. This bill will create a lot of potential citizens that will be in harm's way from a legal perspective, and we're increasing the criminals that we're now going to make citizens criminals, and we're going to be increasing pressure on the judicial system a great deal, and I don't think that's even been factored into the conversation here. Thank you.
Dan Reed with National Rifle Association, strong opposition.
Roy Griffith, California Rifle and Pistol Association, oppose. Thank you.
Corey Salzillo, California State Sheriff's Association, respectfully in opposition. Okay. Thank you. Finance not here. Comments or questions? Senator Bates.
Again, I think there's a lot of questions regarding the process here, and it's very, I have to say, disturbing. I have served on Appropriations Committee for now about 7 years, 6 in the Assembly and here, and I've never seen something fast-tracked like this when the costs of it are really pretty overwhelming. So I move this bill to suspense.
Thank you. There's a motion. I just want to reiterate again, and I do appreciate the high drama on the process. There's nothing special. We've gone through the exact same process for these set of bills. The only thing that's special, given that there's this special order of business, is moving them out of suspense the same day. The analysis were available online the day of the hearing, and that is our process. They're available the day of the hearing and online, available internally. They'll be available tomorrow. That's the process that we've always abided by. Now, I do recognize that we are fast-tracking the bills through the suspense process. So I want to be very clear about that. Senator Levine, would you like to close?
I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you. Senator Bates is asking, her motion is to move to suspense. Chairman's asking for a no vote. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
No.
Laura, no. Bates? Bates, aye. Bell? Bell, no. Hill? No. Hill, no. McGuire? No. McGuire, no. Mendoza? Nielsen? Nielsen, aye.
Motion fails. This is a due pass. There is no amendments to this bill. This is a due pass motion. Senator Hill moves. This is a due pass motion to the Senate floor. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
Aye.
Laura, aye. Bates? No. Bates, no. Bell? Bell, aye. Hill? Aye. Hill, aye. McGuire? Aye. McGuire, aye. Mendoza? Nielsen? No. Nielsen, no.
Thank you, Senator Levine. We're going to keep this item open to allow our absent members to add on.
Thank you, Senators.
Thank you. Senator Wolk. Yes.
Just a point of record. In the legislative process, Mr. Chairman, there is a huge difference between analyses and the actual bill language. In all deference to staff who do the analysis, and all due respect to our good staff, I like to read the actual language because that's the only thing that counts in law. Our staff analysis is taken into context as legislative intent, but the only thing that counts is the actual language. And that's why I admonish members of the legislature to read the actual language. That's what you're putting your name on and the name of the voters you represent.
Duly noted, Senator Nielsen. Senator Walk, you have SB 1006.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Research into gun violence, once the responsibility of the federal government, was stopped in 1996. California has the capacity to do what Congress has failed to do. This bill, 1006, would establish a research center on gun violence at the University of California. As to the fiscal impacts, there is an initial cost, and we will continue to work on that through the budget process. The bill authorizes the center to seek additional federal, state, and private private funding. I ask for your aye vote.
Thank you. Witnesses in support.
Mr. Chair and members, Tim Madden, representing the California chapter of the American College of Emergency Physicians. Other witnesses have talked about the fiscal impacts of gun violence as folks come into the emergency department. To the extent that this research results in policy that will help reduce firearm violence, it will reduce the fiscal impacts of folks coming into the emergency department. We respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you.
Amanda Wilcox on behalf of the 27 California chapters of the Brady Campaign to Prevent Gun Violence, as well as the Law Center to Prevent Gun Violence. This bill obviously provides the opportunity to save both money and lives in our state. Urge your support.
John Lovell on behalf of the California College and University Police Chiefs Association. For us, this is not theoretical academia. The fact is that there's an active shooter incident on a college campus. These are nationwide stats, once every 8 days. The cost of dealing with the detritus of those events is going to be reduced significantly as research reveals successful strategies that deal with the unfortunate active shooter incidents that take place disproportionately in a campus environment.
Thank you.
Lydia Bourne, representing American Academy of Pediatrics, in support.
Thank you. Additional witnesses in support.
Mr. Chairman, Randall Hager for the California Psychiatric Association. We're in support. Thank you.
Stuart Thompson on behalf of the California Medical Association. We think this is an incredibly important bill, and we're in strong support. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. Pedro Morillas with Every Town for Gun Safety, also in support.
Lisa Arnold Fernandez with Moms Demand Action, the Sacramento chapter, in strong support.
Patricia Macari, supporting Moms Demand Action, Sacramento, California.
Jody Hicks with the California Academy of Family Physicians, in support.
Sylvia Solis on behalf of Los Angeles City Attorney Mike Fuhrer, in support.
Thank you. Witnesses in opposition, please come forward.
Mr. Chairman, members of the committee, Craig DeLuz with the Firearms Policy Coalition. I think while we have no objection to objective firearms research, a quick reading of the measure will tell you that the desired outcome of this is anything but objective. If you look at one of the things that's all commonly referenced is the Dickey Amendment in terms of the quote-unquote ending of federal research on firearms or firearms violence. And all the Dickey Amendment simply does is said that none of the funds used shall be used to advocate. There is no prohibition on research. And that was done specifically because, as is in this case, the desire is for this body, the outcome of this research is already predetermined. And so for the state to actually fund research, quote-unquote research, with an already predetermined outcome is a poor use of tax dollars, and therefore we oppose this measure.
Thank you. Additional witnesses and
Mr. Chairman and members, Sam Paredes representing Gun Owners of California. It was alluded to by my colleague. We think it is fiscally wrong for the legislature to allocate funds that are set up. It's a rigged deal to come with a preconceived result. Not once in any conversation we've had with anybody regarding research has anybody said, you know, we want to study about the utility of firearms in society. Where have they been used to a positive and beneficial purpose? We want to go ahead and point out the number of times that law-abiding citizens have used firearms to successfully defend themselves. And fiscally, that would have an important impact on the fiscal decisions we make in the state of California. That has never been asked. As a matter of fact, everything is, you know, violence prevention, and they use the buzzwords that are always used with the results of a quote anti-gun study. And we think that the state of California, making financial considerations, should be as fair and honest as possible, and we don't think this bill accomplishes that. Thank you. We are in strong opposition.
Good morning, Kathy Lynch, representing California Sportsman's Lobby and Safari Club International, in opposition to this. The state doesn't need to be in the business of doing this. If universities want to go solicit research projects, they can do this by putting this in the statute. You're really promoting a particular university, and it feels like a sole source almost. We know that one of the researchers at UC Davis is very anti-gun, and if you just even read the most current amendment, include but not be limited to the effectiveness of existing laws and policies. Isn't that the job of the legislature? Reducing firearms violence, including the criminal misuse of firearms. Isn't that the job of law enforcement and the Department of Justice? And efforts to promote the responsible ownership and use of firearms? Really?
Again, I've been very.
There's nothing here.
Sure, we stick to the fiscal.
Well, the fiscal aspects, who's funding this? And why does the state of California need to tell a university to do research? Thank you.
Duly noted. Thank you. Additional witnesses in opposition.
Roy Griffith on behalf of the California Rifle Pistol Association and Doctors for Responsible Gun Ownership, very strong opposition.
Dan Reed with National Rifle Association in opposition.
Thank you. Comments or questions from committee? Senator Bates.
I'd just like to know we're now moving towards about $31 million for the whole package of these gun bills. So again, I do believe that they should have been directed to suspense. I move that this measure be moved to suspense.
Thank you. Senator Wolk, would you like to close?
I would. Just would like to ask for your support in moving this forward. But I do have to add that with respect to the type of research, the language that we inserted here actually came from some of the opposition, including the NRA. I ask for your support.
Thank you. There is a motion by Senator Bates to move this item to suspense. The chairman recommends a no vote. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
No.
Laura, no. Bates?
Aye.
Bates, aye. Bell? Bell, no. Hill? No. Hill, no. McGuire? McGuire, no. Mendoza? Nielsen? Nielsen, aye.
Motion fails. The chair would entertain a motion for a due pass to the Senate floor. Moved by Senator Hill. Secretary, please call the roll.
Laura?
Aye.
Laura, aye. Bates?
No.
Bates, no. Bell? Bell, aye. Hill? Hill, aye. McGuire? McGuire, aye. Mendoza? Nielsen? Nielsen, no.
Senator Wolk will keep that item open to allow our absent member to add on. You also are presenting SB 894 by Jackson.